and welcome to this BuyBotPro video. So in this video I'm going to show you how to link up a Google Sheet to BuyBotPro. Now why would you want to do that? So linking up a Google Sheet to BuyBotPro means that you can export deals from BuyBotPro through to a spreadsheet, which means that you can build up a collection of items. So whatever theme you give the spreadsheet, it could be that you have a spreadsheet for items that you want to sell in Q1, Q2, 3, 4, items that don't quite make the cut but you want to check at a later date, items that you know are winners for you, items that you know you definitely want to avoid. Whatever you can think of to give a spreadsheet for its purpose, you can create a spreadsheet for that and add that to BuyBotPro. You can add as many spreadsheets to BuyBotPro as you like. And so basically it just makes it very easy to see all of the items that you have exported through to that spreadsheet for whatever purpose you've done that. And you've basically got it all in one place, nice and easy to read through. And you get all of that analysis information saved within the spreadsheet, so you can build up a collection of items. And what you need to do to link this up to BuyBotPro is firstly make sure that the Google account that you are logged into for creating your Google Sheet is the same one that you're using for Chrome. So both of these should match up. So that's the first thing to check. It's also important as well at the same time to make sure that your Google Chrome is up to date. Same with BuyBotPro, just make sure that they are on the most up-to-date version. And once you have made yourself a Google Sheet, obviously you can give it a name. One thing to bear in mind is that at the top you need to enter in the titles for each piece of information that is going to be exported from BuyBotPro. So this I'll explain a little bit later on. So just to give you a bit of an insight into what we've got ahead, we have the complete BuyBotPro Google Sheet here. So this is one that I've already created, linked up and exported deals to. And so as you can see at the top, I've given each column a title to help me identify each piece of information. So again, this is something that you need to enter in yourself. This isn't something that BuyBotPro can do for you. And it's also important to make sure that if you do change any of the cells that a piece of information will appear in, which I'm going to show you in a moment, to change the titles round, so that way everything still makes sense. Now, this is a finished example of the sheet, but going back to the sheet that we just made, what we need to do is copy the URL of the sheet, head on over to BuyBotPro. So we need to go into our settings, scroll down to the Google Sheets section, and what we need to do is click on add. Now if you have already made a sheet and you want to add another one, you just click on add again and you can add as many rows as you like, link up as many Google Sheets. So the next thing you need to do is paste in that URL. Now when you move away from this section, it's going to extract the ID for you. So if you see that change, don't worry, that's completely normal. It's just extracting the ID. Then you can give your Google Sheet a name to identify that a lot easier. So I'm going to call this webinar. And then if we move along, we can see column settings and customize. Now this is going to show you every single piece of information that gets exported through to that Google Sheet. So as you can see, it's all of the essentials, everything that BuyBotPro has worked out for you at that point in time. Meaning that you have all of the information that you need for that item. And as you can see here, this piece of information will go in this cell and so forth. Now, what you can also do here is change what piece of information appears where. So for example, ASIN, if you wanted to switch that around with product name, then you can put A in here and B in here. But just remember to update the titles in the Google Sheet. Now, if you have exported it a certain way for a period of time, this won't change around things automatically. You'll need to manually do that if you are changing the columns that pieces of information appear in. So this will help give you a guideline as well as to where exactly to set your titles. If you're happy with it like this, then obviously just put this piece of information into this cell here. So just put that title in this cell. So product name, ASIN, and so forth, just like I've done at the top of this sheet. And then what you will need to do is remember to save that. So at the bottom there's a little save button. Then you have the option to toggle on auto export. So what this will do is once you have analyzed an item and you have auto export turned on, it's going to automatically export the item through to the Google Sheets without you having to do anything. So it's up to you if you want this to happen automatically, or if you want to analyze the item first, check out everything about it, and then decide if you want to export that through to a Google Sheet. If you want to remove a sheet from BuyBotPro, all you need to do is click on this red button here and it will get rid of it. But once you've added in a sheet and you're happy with that, all you need to do is scroll down to the bottom and click on Save and Sync. BuyBotPro will refresh and take these changes into account. So as I say, if you've got auto export on, once you've analyzed, it's going to send that information through to the spreadsheet straight away. But if you are going to manually add things to your Google Sheet, which you may want to, once you've analyzed an item and you have all of the data, what you can do is scroll down to the Google Sheets section right here. And as you can see, the sheet that we just added appears in here. Now, if you've added more sheets, you'll have more buttons with the names of those spreadsheets there, so that way you can choose which sheet you're going to export to. You have the option to add in a source URL. So let's say you were looking on Walmart or Argos and you found this item and you wanted to remember where exactly you found it. You could take the source URL, so just the URL of the item on that website, paste that in here, and it's just an extra piece of information that will appear in the export. So it's up to you if you want to do that. But when you're happy to export to the Google Sheet, just click on the name of that sheet and it will send it over. So as you can see, copied to that sheet, and all of the information has appeared in this row. Obviously, I've not added in any titles, but just again, to give you an idea of what it will look like when you have added the titles in, you have a full spreadsheet, you've built it up with everything you want in this particular instance of a Google Sheet. So again, whatever you want to create a Google Sheet for, you can create it, add it to BuyBotPro, then choose where you want to export your deals that you've analyzed. But that's how you link up a Google Sheet to BuyBotPro. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.